First, the headlines. Newly elected members of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly sworn in. Police arrest 3 persons involved in blank firing for poll victory celebration in Saikul Assembly constituency. And workers of newly elected MLA of Ketragaon constituency, Nurul Hassan, picked up by police. MLA supporters stormed Porompat police station. Hello and good evening. Welcome to Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm KABITA TONGBRAM. The newly elected members of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly were sworn in today. Speaker Pro Tem of Manipur Legislative Assembly, Sorokhaibam Rajan, administered the oath of office to the newly elected MLAs. The 59 newly elected MLAs gathered at the hall of Manipur Legislative Assembly at 10:30 a.m. The Secretary of Manipur of Legislative Assembly read out the message of Governor of Manipur Laga Nation as the first agenda after Speaker Pro Tem S. Rajan took the chair at the Assembly Hall. As part of the message, the Assembly Secretary told the House that the Speaker Pro Tem will administer the oath of office to the newly elected members until a Speaker of the Assembly is appointed. As the second agenda, the Secretary tabled the notification issued by Election Commission of India on March 13. As the third agenda, the Speaker Pro Tem administered the oath of office to the MLAs in order of their constituency number. The MLAs pledged to abide by the Constitution of India, to uphold the sovereignty and identity of India, and to discharge their duty with honesty and sincerity during the oath-taking ceremony. Speaking to media persons after the oath-taking ceremony, caretaker Chief Minister N. Biren said the new government will follow all the rules and regulations of a democratic country. He also informed that national BJP leaders and observer will visit the state soon and will decide leaders of BJP legislators. The process may take some time, Biren said. He further expressed delight at meeting the newly elected members during the oath-taking ceremony, terming it exemplary that there are 5 women MLAs among the newly elected members. Biren expressed confidence that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao and women empowerment will surely be translated into action. He also asserted that there will be good governance in the next 5 years as most of the elected members are social-minded and well-educated.
You see, a new government need to be follow the formalities. Observers will become and legislative leader will be elected. So it will take some time, but today very happy to see all the members. At least 4 or 5 women's MLAs has been elected and representing in the assembly. It is a great news. Prime Minister Modi ji ka so Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. So women's empowerment is a part of it, and most of the elected members are social activities, academically backgrounds, good backgrounds is there, good character is there. So I think this coming season, the 5 years, will go smoothly.
He mentioned that BJP won absolute majority by securing 32 seats out of the 60 seats in the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election. The opposition party Congress trailed far behind with 5 seats, National People's Party NPP 7 seats, Naga People's Front NPF 5 seats, Janata Dal United JDU 6, Kuki People's Alliance KPA 2 and independent candidates 3 seats. Also, the state created history with largest number of women elected members in Manipur. Out of 59 members who took oath today, 21 are new faces. The new faces include 9 from BJP, 5 from NPP, 2 from JDU, 1 from NPF, 2 independent candidates, and 2 from Kuki People's Alliance. Police have arrested 3 persons involved in the blank firing at Lungtil village during a procession to celebrate the victory of winning candidate of Kuki People's Alliance KPA of 46 Cycle AC, Kem Neo Hang Sing, in the election to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. According to police report, a video went viral on social media of some unknown persons suspected to be KRA and KRAU cadres blank firing several rounds in the air using firearms in a rash manner at Lungtil village near Tigamnom during a victory procession for KPA candidate Kim Yo Hang Sing on March 10. Based on the viral video, Cycle Police Station filed a case under the supervision of Superintendent of Police of the district, Amrita Sinha, and launched an investigation. A team of Cycle Police, in collaboration with 22 Assam Rifles under the supervision of officer in charge of Cycle Police Station, NG Anthony Suresh, arrested 3 accused persons on March 13. They have been identified as KRA cadres David Hang Sing, 37, son of late Lalsat Hang Sing of Kangpopi, Ward number 12, Kangpopi district; Saikochan Hang Sing, 39, son of Lalam Hang Sing of Liland village, Peren district, Nagaland; and Lamkosar Hang Sing, 43, son of Halad Hang Sing, Ichai Gojang village, Kangpopi district. All the 3 accused persons will be produced in court today. Workers and supporters of NPP candidate of Ketrigao Assembly constituency Sheikh Nurul Hassan stormed Porompa police station after workers of the candidate were allegedly picked up by the police without proper reason. The police resorted to firing tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the mob. Speaking to media persons, Wan Karam Sunita clarified that the supporter of the candidate did not deliberately fire gunshot at anyone while celebrating the election victory. Alleging that some people are framing the successful candidate, she demanded unconditional release of the arrested workers immediately. Speaking to media persons, Wan Baki strongly condemned that the workers were picked up by the police without proper reason, while the NPP candidate has gone for the oath-taking ceremony and demanded their unconditional release. Newly elected MLA of Nauria Bakanglapa constituency, Soraisam KB, has asserted that the state will witness new changes if any of the 5 successful women candidates in the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly elections are given ministerial berths and handed over the responsibility to work for the welfare of the state. She was speaking to media persons after the oath-taking ceremony of newly elected members of Manipur Legislative Assembly today. SKB further said she is not claiming to be a minister. However, she expressed desire to hand over responsibility to any of the 5 winning women candidates by giving the ministerial berth. Being a woman, she assured that she will table different issues faced by women and children at the assembly and promised to give more focus on such matter. With an aim to contribute to make a better Manipur, she expressed desire to work for the welfare of the state. A new strength has been acquired after stepping in the Manipur Legislative Assembly Hall for the first time, KB said.
Nupisiꯡꯒꯤ issue ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯈꯠꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯂꯣꯟꯗ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯂꯪꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯛꯁꯣ ꯀꯦꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯁꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗꯒ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯣꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯟꯖꯒꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯊꯣꯏꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯐꯥꯎꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯈꯟꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯃꯉꯥꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯈꯟꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯃꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯉꯥꯛꯄꯁꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯃꯤꯟꯅꯖꯒꯦꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯩ.
The 38th commemoration day of Harangoitong massacre, in which 13 civilians were allegedly killed by CRPF in a fake encounter on March 14, 1984 at Harangoitong Nauria Bakanglakpa ground, was observed at the ground today. The observance was jointly organized by Extrajudicial Victim Families Association IFAM and Young Men's Development Organization Harangoitong. Advocate Anil Yandrambam, Associate Professor of Jenims Dr. Y. Tomba, Executive Director of HRA Babluloy Tongbram, President of IFAM Renu Takelambam graced the event as Chief Guest, President and Special Guest respectively. The report of Harangoitong Firing Inquiry Commission issued by District and Session Judge Y. Ibotombi on June 15, 1985 was also newly released today. Speaking on the occasion, President of IFAM Renu Takelambam termed it very unfortunate that the justice of the heartbreaking Harangoitong massacre, which took place on the same day 38 years ago, has not been done till date. She stated that the Inquiry Commission report, which has been kept secret from the people, will surely awaken the people. Renu further said that IFAM has been working with the victim families of the case to find out the truth behind the case. Terming the issuance of closer report of the case as unfortunate, she maintained that despite the issuance of the closer report, steps have been taken up to file a protest petition to conduct re-investigation on the case.
Makhatana CBI na ticket ke duri post da kari finding oina tholaka do bano haiba dudi akoina court ki khuta thamjare akoina ju haiba ngamdre yamna kuiraba case nina aduna thodok khuding maki achum aran puthokba haibase aigi wakhalon dadi yamna athuba da achum aran puthoga maran leba chenariba personnel oirasu police oirasu aduga khoi CRP oragazu high tare Central Forces oragazu masi thuna dandi pibagi system jima laitragadi imung manungda achumba amadi justice to phangoi haina ina thamjage ngasi phangju phangdri closure report si last year sigi kaino ta lakpana exact date tumakti khangjadre bako adu closure report ti thagalakhre sigi evidence boy pura close tongna ba thagalakhrebane adu with victim family singjiga akoi ga loina na amuk akoi da penja da bado aduna masi amuk further investigation tawbina ba haina akoina amuk langkhat khare court amu.
Executive Director of Human Rights Alert HRA Babluloy Tongbram said people must not forget the role taken by late Y. Ibotombi in issuing the Firing Inquiry Commission report. He also expressed the need for the present generation to closely study the report and re-investigate the case to do justice for the victims and punish the culprits. Former Additional Judge of Manipur High Court Ahanthem Bimol has been sworn as the Permanent Justice. Chief Justice P.V. Sanjay Kumar administered the oath of office. The swearing was held yesterday at courtroom number 1 of Manipur High Court. Lawyers of the court attended the swearing. Director of Kanglei Mime Theatre Repertory Dr. Yumnam Sadananda said folk songs are inseparable part of Manipuri tradition. He said this during the workshop held today at Kanglei Mime Theatre Repertory Langtabal on the theme Ensemble of Manipuri and Bengali folk songs. Speaking on the sidelines, Theatre Director Sadananda said an event will be held at Kanglei Mime Theatre Repertory Complex tomorrow featuring various folk songs from Manipur and Bengal. The event will be broadcast live on Mami TV. He also sought people's support to make the workshop a success.
Geographically, West Bengal is a place where we can see the hill, we can see the sea, Ganges, we can see the Pahar, means hill and meadow area. So according to the geographical position, the songs are different types. So very interesting. For this reason I came here.
Speaking exclusively to Mami TV, folk singer Lauren Bambedapati said it is a matter of pride for the state that such an event promoting various folk songs from Manipur and Bengal is being held.
adagi manaba talsing masiga manaba isai se akoi mai saaga akoi tawsena tawri hujik se akoi gi reaction se akoi howdri matam se yam ten phangmani na akoi gi reaction matam se 2 days khata phange 2 days ra ka majum senga dagi haibe se akoi hujik ko se ngawri ado akoi gi hayeng gi sida akoi koi sori makurum jaraga hayeng tek ta kaidaba si wo hen biyo na wai karda gi haijaraga ai mayang mahum da musona ko jai.
A person was found dead near Sajal Sanglan along KBK office Moirangpally Road at Kangbok this morning. According to report from Wangbal Police Outpost, the body was found this morning at 6:30. The person has been identified as Saram Ojit, 22, son of S. Jiban of Charangpat Mamanglaikai, Thawal district. A one-day training program on Ngakija wearing come meet the experience was held at the office of New Age Global Garden at Nongdam village. During the program, proprietor of New Age Global Garden Ananta Kelambam enlightened the farmers on techniques of Ngakija wearing. Managing director of the garden Sagol Samsamananda said catching fish using electric current must be stopped. He drew the attention of the state government to contribute in saving the state's indigenous fishes. India reported 2,503 new cases of COVID-19 with 27 deaths in the last 24 hours. The new cases brought the total number of cases in the country to 4.29 crore and the total reported death count surged to 5.15 lakh. The number of active cases stood at 36,168 with a 98.72% recovery rate. The number of recoveries over the last 24 hours is 4,377 that led the total recoveries to 4.24 crore. Meanwhile, the number of vaccination administered under the nationwide vaccination drive stood at 1.80 crore across the country. On the other hand, India will start vaccinating children aged 12 to 14 years from March 16 as it expands its COVID-19 vaccination coverage, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia announced today. The condition of comorbidity for people aged 60 and above to get the precautionary dose will also be removed. Everyone in that age category can now take booster shots, the Union Health Minister said. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi walked into the Lok Sabha today morning, members of parliament from the BJP chanted Modi, Modi for several seconds. This comes following the BJP's victory in the recently concluded assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Manipur and Goa. The MPs continued to chant Modi, Modi after PM Modi took his seat while Speaker Om Birla smiled. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was scheduled to present the budget for Jammu and Kashmir in the Lok Sabha. The government also listed the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order Amendment Bill for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha. Meanwhile, the opposition planned to raise the Russia-Ukraine war in the House. Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said that regular international flights will resume from March 27 as the coronavirus situation in India has improved now. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19, scheduled international flight services will suspend on March 23, 2020. However, special international flights have been operating between India and about 35 other countries since July 2020 under air bubble. The minister also said that the Modi government held talks with the heads of Ukraine's neighboring countries like Romania, Moldova, Slovakia and Poland and set up a corridor for the evacuation of 18,000 Indian students from the war-hit country under the Operation Ganga. It was for the first time that so many Indians were rescued from a war-ravaged country, he claimed. US officials said that Russia has asked China for military assistance for its war in Ukraine, an unusual request that suggests Vladimir Putin has faced more setbacks than he imagined in his invasion. A U.S. official speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss delicate matters did not specify what kind of equipment Moscow had requested from its most powerful diplomatic partner. The official declined to say how the administration knows these details. Another U.S. official said the request is not new and was made just after Russia's February 24 invasion. White House spokespeople declined to comment. This latest twist comes as the U.S. and China planned to hold their first high-level in-person talks since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The White House said National Security Advisor Jack Sullivan will meet in Rome today with China's top diplomat, Communist Party Politburo member Yang Jiechi. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once again. Newly elected members of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly sworn in. Police arrest 3 persons involved in blank firing for poll victory celebration in Saikul Assembly constituency. And workers of newly elected MLA of Ketrigao constituency, Nurul Hassan, picked up by police. MLA supporters stormed Porompat police station. That brings us to the end of today's English News Bulletin. Keep watching Mami TV for latest news updates. Thanks for watching.